Full disclosure, a review copy of this game was provided to me either by its publisher or development team. Someday You'll Return, too much of a good thing. Someday You'll Return is a 15-hour-long psychological horror game where you play as Daniel, who goes to the forest, a very specific forest, to search for his daughter. As a horror game, of course things start going crazy and your phone starts acting up. Right off the bat, Someday You'll Return is visually impressive. The world building is some of the best I've seen in games. There's so much attention to detail in this handcrafted forest, from the trees to the rocks. Everything feels as though it was hand-placed and serves a purpose rather than random or filler. And this is the thing I appreciate most of Someday You'll Return. The first half of the game is great. In fact, it's one of my favorite experiences of the year. Exploring, solving light adventure puzzles such as repairing a ladder, going on a hunt for a doll with a hand-drawn map. These moments are what bring the world of Someday You'll Return to life. It makes the game feel alive, like a real place, really immersing you. And then the second half of the game happens. Really, only 5 hours of this 15-hour game is great. These are the moments you're exploring the forest, climbing mountains, crafting potions to interact with different things in the environment. But the game starts to fall apart the moment you get to camp. Here you're smacked with a puzzle that can only be solved if you find a certain object what feels like forever away. And even after being told what I was looking for by the dev team, I couldn't find it. So there will actually be patches for certain puzzles to give a bit better hints. Though moments like this, where the solution isn't very obvious, happens only maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the game. Those moments aside, Someday You'll Return's biggest problem is it's obnoxiously long. This is a horror game. No one wants to play a horror game longer than 6 hours, let alone 15. Especially not one that doesn't do anything new beyond hour 6. Someday You'll Return, after such a strong start, throws you into maze after maze, where it's feeling your way around in the dark, finding items and combining them until you've pulled enough levers to move on. It's so repetitive and feels padded out, recycled, and completely unnecessary to tell this game's story or deliver the experience it sets out to deliver with its supernatural items and characters. Half of this game could have easily been cut out and not a single soul would miss it or feel cheated when the credits roll. Every chapter felt like surely this is the end. This has to be the end, only for the game to drag this out even longer. Here's another maze that looks exactly like the one you did 2 hours ago, except now we're going to make you play with the annoying overused rock climbing mechanic around every corner until you hate it. A mechanic that I actually really liked and felt added to the immersion during the first 6 hours or so. Someday You'll Return started out as one of my favorite games of the year, but it just doesn't stop hitting you with things until you don't like it anymore. That being said, I can't overlook all the good that it does. The attention to detail within the first half of the game, its attempt to create a chilling story and create memorable characters. Someday You'll Return has such great and even amazing aspects to it. It's a shame that such a great game is watered down by the monotony of horror game tropes. Sure, I ran into annoying bugs that forced me to reload later saves, but if I had to choose between fixing bugs or trimming the fat that is the constant mazes this game throws at you, I'll gladly take the great bug-filled experience. That being said, the first 6 hours of Someday You'll Return alone makes it worth picking up, even if that's where your journey ends. I give Someday You'll Return a 7.5 out of 10. If you played Someday You'll Return, tell me what you thought about it down in the comment section below. If you haven't played it, tell me if you plan on picking it up. Thumbs up. If you liked the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at Superkengaming. Thanks for watching, and of course, stay beautiful.
I wonder if this will ever end.
If you thought that video was good, you should probably watch this video. The very video that's on your screen right now that YouTube hand-selected for you out of all my thousands of videos. This is the one that I want you to watch next. And make sure you're subscribed, because I'm not a genie or anything, but I'm pretty sure you get 42 years of bad luck if you made it this far into my video and you're not subscribed. You don't have to subscribe. I'm just looking out for you. I'm just looking out for your luck and your life.